Hi there. My name is Nellie Corvo and I am known as the Sales Queen, and I am so excited to give you 5 simple strategies to skyrocket your business no matter where you are at. How does that sound? Are you excited? Comment below and let me know how excited you are. Grab a pen and paper because this is going to be very value packed but also action packed. My mission is to help busy entrepreneurs like you actually make money doing what they love. And it's possible. Any dollar amount that you like in your heart are like, oh my gosh, if I could just make this, I promise you is 100% possible when you have the right strategy, when you have the right motivation, and most importantly, when you have the right accountability and take a whole lot of action. That's it. That is the secret to everything that you want. It's easy to know, right? But it's also easy not to do. So I want to make it so simple for you because I think as humans, we overcomplicate everything, right? We overthink things, we overcomplicate things. So I am going to give you my 5 proven simple sales strategies to skyrocket your business. Let's start with number 1, which is to have the most juicy offer for your ideal person, and it's going to be absolutely free. Which you're probably thinking, Nellie, that is super counterintuitive. How am I going to make money doing what I love if I'm going to give things away for free, right? And how I want you to think of this is think of when you get into a freezing car, right? You're like so cold, you want to like grab a warm cup of coffee, you're like cranking up the heat, like hurry, hurry, hurry up. And until it gets warm, all you can focus on is that you're freezing, right? Now take the same situation, but you get into a nice, toasty, warm car. You grab your coffee, you turn your music on, and what can you focus on? You're focusing on joy. You are excited, and it's very easy for you to back that car up and go to your destination, right? This is the exact feeling we want to have for your ideal person. So, do you want your ideal person to get into a warm, toasty car? Or do you want your ideal person to get into a freezing car? The choice is yours. And I can tell you, and I'm hoping that you want them to get into a warm car, because how I teach is relationship building. When we can build authentic, powerful, beneficial relationships, everything in your business changes. 1, it's more fun, you're more impactful, and more profitable. So I want you to think about what would be that one thing that your ideal person would love to know how to do, how to move their business forward. If they're an entrepreneur, if you're a B2C, what would your customer love to know? And if you feel stuck, do a brain dump, right? Grab a blank sheet of paper, some colorful pens, and do a brain dump. And if you still feel stuck, post on social media, ask some of your current clients or customers like what they would love, like what would help them, and you can get some really clear ideas. And then what you're going to do is create a free gift with that. We can keep this super simple. It can be a free guide, right? I have a guide out right now that is doing very, very well and getting a ton of opt-ins. Or you can do a video training, a master class. There's so many different ideas that you can do, but I want you just to pick one. And when we can keep creating those free gifts until we find that piece of gold where people are like, gimme, 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 right? Until we test, we don't know. So I want you to take it one free gift at a time. And if you do have input from current clients or customers, it's probably going to speed this up. And what you're going to do is we need to create some ad money with this, right? We can put out a free gift, but unless it's getting in front of your ideal person, it's going to be really hard to measure how well that free gift really performed. So we're going to put some ad money in front of that and make sure that they're targeted ads. If you're completely like, there's no way I know how to do that, please outsource that, please hire. And if you don't have somebody, let me know, and I have a great introduction for you that I would be happy to introduce you to, my girl. But this, like, I want you to imagine leads coming in to your ecosystem 24/7, right? This is the first part of sales. If we do not have leads coming into your ecosystem, coming into your pipeline, it's going to make it really hard to take anyone on that customer client journey, right? We need to have people coming in to your pipeline in order to move them through the process. And this is going to make it a lot less painful, a lot more productive and exciting. Like I have notifications set up when I get new leads, and I freaking love it. And I can't wait for you to have that. Message me when you get that feeling where you're like, oh my gosh, the leads are coming in and I can't believe it. It is the coolest feeling ever, because on the other side of that is somebody that's getting into your ecosystem, that's curious about what you do, right? Like, have you ever been on the other side of that when you find somebody that you want to learn with or you want to buy from them? You just like binge watch all of their things, or you go through everything. So that's what we want for your ideal person. So not only is it important to have that juicy free offer, but I also need you putting out a ton of valuable organic content as well. Facebook Lives, which we're going to talk about here in just a second, posts, tips, tricks, and being so visible and supportive on the other end, where you're not only being interesting, you're also being interested, right? You can't just pop on your feed and then say, peace out, bye, and you're not building relationships on other people's groups, in their profiles, on their feeds, in the stories. Like, I need you to be a relationship building machine for this to work. So that is number one. So let's go back to Facebook Lives, because that's actually your number two. I need you doing Facebook Lives. Don't be like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can do that. Don't be that. I promise you. And I want you to hear me out before you just write me off. I want you to be doing at least Facebook Lives or Instagram, IGTV, or stories, or all of that. If you're like an overachiever and you're like, I'm just going to do it all, fantastic. But I need you to at least do one form of live video or stories. And the reason for this is your conversion rate is going to be 300 times more powerful than any other form of social media content. And the reason for that is they can hear your voice, right? You're hearing my voice. You're hearing me teach and support you. Is so much different than just reading a long post. Still powerful, but video is like being right in the same room. Like, we're having coffee right now, right? Or we're in the car together. Like, it is the most quickest way to build strong, trusting relationships with hundreds upon thousands of people with one piece of content, right? When you can hear somebody's voice, you instantly connect with them. You feel their energy, you feel their excitement, and there's just a way to really build an awesome connection with them. So why wouldn't you be doing that, right? If you're scared, be scared, but do it anyways, right? Because the more you do it, the better you're going to become. And when you're consistently doing it, so if you don't want to do every day, that's okay. But I want you doing it most days, because they're going to see your face, right? And they're going to keep seeing your face and keep seeing your face. They don't even have to press play, right? We don't need them to press play. We don't need them to watch the whole video. We just need them to click one time, just one time on one video, and be like, oh my gosh, I love her. I love him. He's amazing. She's amazing. And it's a way to pull them in, right? Not push them in, but pull them in, where they're so interested in you. And then you get to do your job to be so interested in them. So that is your second tip. Your third tip, and you may freak out when I say this, but your third tip is get on the phone. Now, how you can do this, depending on what your business is getting on the phone can mean relationship building on the phone. Like, hey, let's just connect. Let's talk on the phone for 15, 20 minutes. Or this can be like a free offer. Like, I do rapid fire coaching where you can book a call with me. So if you want to book a call, let me know. But there's no sales pitch. It's just talking about your business, giving you a ton of value. If I feel like there's something that you need to know that we want to work on together, and I will make an offer if I feel really, really called, but it's not a sales pitch. That's not the intention. But the intention is to give a lot of value and build a really strong relationship. So if a phone call doesn't align with your business, how you can apply this strategy is voice memos. So voice memos is a really cool feature both in Instagram and Facebook. So you can do this for happy birthday messages. You could do this just to check in on somebody. Maybe you saw something on the feed that they're having a bad day and you just want to say hello to them. This could be to say, hey, oh my gosh, I would love to get to know you more, and you ask the question. The reason this is equally as powerful as video is, again, they can feel or they can hear your voice. And when you are you times two and you're excited and you're interested in them, it is so, so powerful. But please, 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 please be authentic during this. Do not be fake. Like, I want you to really mean everything that you're saying, mean what you're doing, because if not, if it isn't that way, it's not going to work, right? It may work, you may get some quick wins, but if you're not being authentic, it's gonna show over a long period of time. So please, like like Girl Scout, promise me, raise your right hand that you're gonna be authentic, you're gonna be genuine, and really just care about people. That's really all you have to do at the end of the day, is care about people for the sake of caring about people. Your fourth tip is to do or go to in-person events, which in this period of our time right now is a little impossible, but there also are virtual events. So it can be in person, I would highly suggest to be the first, but if that's not possible due to anything going on, then virtual events are fantastic. There's virtual summits, there are virtual like dance parties, there's virtual challenges. So the goal with this is that if you're going to them, that you're getting into people's ecosystems and connecting with them. Again, it's the same as video, it's the same as voice. When we can be so close to each other and be connected, their 100% focus is on you and vice versa. It is so powerful, so powerful. And if it's an in-person event, you connect, right? Are you on Facebook or do you hang out more on Instagram? You add them on those, either platform or both, and then you can continue to build the relationship virtually. If you're in a virtual event, then you can be commenting, tag them, interact with them, ask them a question, add them as a friend, continue to build the relationship that way. So the goal is that we're just making a lot of friends and having a lot of fun. Because when you're having a lot of fun, it is like this magnet that people cannot stand it but want to just be around you, right? And no matter what your personality is, you can be that magnet. I promise you that. Now, the second part to this that is so powerful. So if you're an overachiever, you're going to want to write this down. I want you hosting your own events. I have hosted my own events, collaborated with other entrepreneurs, big and small. And when I look at my business and the growth of my business, hands down, this is one of the most powerful ways that I have grown my business, because no one's doing it. Too many people are scared to do it. It does cost a little money, but I can promise you that no matter what your budget is, you can put on a fantastic event, big or small. I have done conferences, I have done networking events, I have done mastermind sessions, luncheons, all of these fun things and more to come. And I can tell you, this is the strategy. This is the strategy because this is how you're going to stand out. It positions you when you host an event. I want you to think of your ideal person and what they would love to go to. So it doesn't have to be necessarily related to your business per se, depending on the goal of the event, but it should absolutely be something that would attract your ideal person. So again, if you feel stuck on this, ask your ideal person, what have you been wanting to do? It could be as simple as a wine tasting. It could be as simple as a spa night or a luncheon, because when there's food involved, you have I'm there, right? And I think everyone is that way. So depending on who your ideal person is, think and dream of what that perfect event would be for them. And then you get to curate it. You get to cultivate people there. Is it a lot of work? Yes, because guess what? Not only are you going to have to think of all the logistics and the decorations, but the most important part to hosting your own event, big and small, is the invitations. Think of the most amazing party. We can't just put out one Facebook post and cross our fingers that people are going to show up, right? We've got to really cultivate those people because they are moving so fast. They are getting so many other invitations, and we've got to be able to stand out. So the best way to do this is to constantly be following up with them. And you can implement all the other strategies that we've already talked about in order to really get this live event up and running and thriving. So I would absolutely do 1 through 3 before you do number 4, because it is going to make it so much more powerful for you and for your business and for your ideal person, right? We want everyone to win. Everyone gets to win, but you should absolutely be going to live events, be involved in virtual events, and last but not least, to be hosting both. You could host virtual events and you could host live events. But I think at least one once a quarter would literally, I promise you, with 10 extra business, and may even do more than that. And it's a long-term strategy, right? Like, I'm still seeing the trickle effects from live events. So I want to share a quick story with you. So about a year ago, I went to a live event and I was a vendor, and I was passing out these positivity shirts, and they were free. They were a part of my business. I was actually trying to get rid of them in a good way. I was just ready to move that revenue stream out of my business. And so I was passing out these beautiful t-shirts, very high quality, positive messages on them for free at an event. And one person in particular, we connected so powerfully, like literally tears. We were talking about, just being moms and working and how hard that was. And she's like, "Are you sure I get to take this t-shirt for free?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she just kept looking at me. And she most recently just told me over a year later how strange she thought that was, and how I didn't pitch her. I didn't push her. I didn't try to sell her even after the fact. I have been building a relationship with her without wanting anything in return for pretty much a year. Now, has she been at other events? Yes, but now she's at my highest level and is thriving and growing her own business. And she just recently told me that story, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, because I'm moving authentically. I'm leading with my heart. And it's not like I give you a shirt or give you a free juicy offer and I'm like, haha, now you're mine and now you're gonna buy from me, right? No, but it is getting you in a nice warm toasty car. We're gonna have some Starbucks. We're gonna turn up the music. We're gonna have a good time, right? Because when we're having fun, it's a magnet, and it's always my buyer's choice if they wanna buy from me. Just the same is true about you. But I do want you to stack the odds for success in your favor. Hello, let's be strategic here. And so at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun and you're being authentic, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So the last tip that I have for you is FOMO AF. Now, this can mean all different things, but we do want to create FOMO, because if you tell me you have the most bomb.com product, program, or service, then we've got to create some urgency for people, right? So are the doors closing, truly closing? Do you have so many spots left? Are you giving a discount? Are you shouting people out? Are you sharing testimonials? Are you sharing success stories? We want to create so much FOMO that people cannot stand it. This is the social proof. This is the urgency. This is the glue that keeps your business running and thriving, right? Because it's everyone else creating the success for you and the urgency for you, right? Because when other people have taken those spots, there's less spots, right? When people share testimonials, it allows other people to see what other people are getting, what they want to, right? My best example for this is when you see before and after photos for people's weight loss journeys and health journeys, you're like, oh my gosh, that mom did it, I want to do it, right? And then you buy from the person that helped with the testimonial, right? This is everything. This is the glue that keeps everything going and thriving, and it makes it so fun. And there's all different ways to do this, but the best way is just to pick one FOMO strategy. Again, be authentic when you're doing it, but one FOMO strategy, and that could be as simple as testimonials. If that's the only thing you do with the FOMO strategy, I honestly think that will be so powerful for you, because it's really sharing the impact of your work and what you can do for other people that have not already bought from you, right? So the one thing from the FOMO strategy is testimonials. Again, there's so much more that you can do. I know that I've thrown a lot at you, so let's just breathe. Look at your notebook, and I want you to look at all 5 simple sales strategies. Which one, if you had to implement just one this week, which one would move your business forward the most? So I want you to look at your notebook, think of that, circle that, set alarms on your phone, grab an accountability buddy, tell me below which one it is so I can support you and cheer you on. And that's what I want you to do for the next week. After you do that, see how you feel, and then you can reevaluate. But when we try to do too much at the same time, we get paralyzed, we shut down, we give up because it's hard, right? So I want you to focus on one new hard thing at a time, and then we can keep building and building and building. And that's really how you're going to skyrocket your business, because the more we do this, the longer we do it, the more intense we do it, and the more consistent we do it, that's how you're going to truly skyrocket your business. This is not a quick fix. You are not designed to have a business that's just a one-hit wonder, right? We want to be along the ride for a very, very long time. So be patient, focus, grab some accountability, and I cannot wait to cheer you on every step of the way. Thank you so much for tuning into this part. I know this was a lot of your time, and I'm so excited to hear how these 5 simple strategies are going to skyrocket your business.